So good evening again and welcome back to the channel. So this video now is to do with the rules I've got in place for videoing when I'm out in Croatia. Now I did mention it in a couple of videos and I'm obviously going to stick to this rule because it will also save phone storage space. Because the problem with my phone is it doesn't have a lot of space on it. I think it's about 32 gig, it's not a lot at all. So I'll definitely be upgrading the phone later in the year. My iPad is even worse. I think there's only 16 gig on that, and I've had the iPad a long time. So as to save space and I don't have to go and delete apps to get space, I'm going to limit the videoing, especially when I'm doing the attractions in Dubrovnik. So rule number one is this. So I'm obviously going to do all the videoing of the flights and everything, and in the airports, and obviously the transfers, etc. But when I do the excursions, like for example, when I do the city walls, the initial visit to the walls, which I'm obviously going to pay for, and the Manchester Tower and the fort, because obviously when I do the walls, I'll get a free entry to the fort and that end anyway, so I may as well use that. But I'm going to use that free fort ticket with the walls one on the Thursday when I activate the pass, which means I'll get another free entry because I will have got the pass. But the point I'm getting at here is, when I do the city walls on the initial visit, that's when I'm going to do all the videoing. So I'm going to do videoing from different angles, whether I start at the Peeler Gate, the Marina end or the Plocker Gate end. Regardless which end of the walls I start at, I will be doing videoing on that initial visit from all different angles. I'll do panorama shots when it comes to photographs, I'll do portraits, I'll obviously do selfies, that's obviously going to happen, and I'll obviously do videos as well from different angles. And the same when I do the fort the first time, because I always do the walls and fort and cable car at least 2 or 3 times, same with Lokrum Island. So I'm going to limit to videoing just the once. Cable car I'm going to do twice because I'll go up there when it's the sunset one evening, as I said, and then obviously when I go up again to do the museum, which will be in the daytime, I'll do some videoing then as well. But when I do the walls, it will just be one time videoing. So on the initial visit, which will be on the day I get there in the afternoon, I will do videoing on the walls. When I go up in the cable car, as I've said, I'll do videoing. When I go on the fort on the Thursday, I will do videoing and obviously photographs. I mean, I can do some videoing and photographs outside the fort on the afternoon when I get there, but I won't go up the steps to the fort. I'll wait until the Thursday to do that. But then when I go up on the Thursday, I'll do videoing and photographs. If I go over to Lokrum Island, which I will, because I'll have the pass, I will have started it, I will obviously do videoing. So I'll spend most of Thursday afternoon or even Thursday morning over on the island and go up to the Fort Royal at the top, go round to the Lazaret, go to the Botanical Gardens, go to the monastery, go to the Dead Sea Pool, the rock area, through the forest. I will do the complete island with video footage. Botanical Gardens, everything. The peacocks will be roaming. I'll be videoing everything and doing lots of photographs, as I always do. But then when I go over again, perhaps from the Monday onwards, I won't do as much videoing. I'm going to limit it because I think, well, there's no point videoing it again or doing videos on the replica throne, which I'll obviously do again, because I'll have already done it on my first visit. So I might just take the odd few photos and that'll be it. I'm not going to do loads of videoing because you will have already seen it in the previous videos that I've done. So I'm going to limit that. So Lokrum Island will get videoed on its initial visit. The walls and forts will get done on their initial visit. And the same when I do the Manchester Tower and behind the walls. Obviously if I go into the aquarium, that will get videoed on its initial visit because I'll probably end up going in once. If it's raining I might go in a second time, but I'll generally go in once and it will get videoed, and obviously photographs of the octopus and the shrimps and the parrotfish, which is in there, one of my favourite fish, the one that turns coral into sand. Interesting. So it's a lovely coloured fish. I love seeing it. And obviously the octopus is in there. There's a seahorse, there's crabs, there's the eels, stingrays are in there. So I'll obviously do videoing inside there. Obviously when I go into the Rector's Palace, I'll do videos in the grounds of that. In the cathedral, in the St Blaise Church, in the monasteries, I'll do videos in there. Obviously around the Coppen area, when I go to the buzzer bars, I'll do videos around there. And all around the back streets, I'll do videos around there as well. obviously, and the same with the cable car, and when I do the sightseeing bus. So that's what I'm making the point of, that I'm going to limit my videoing on the walls to the initial visit, the same with the fort and the same with Lokrum Island. The only exception is the cable car, which will be videoed on 2 occasions, or 3 occasions, but I'm going to try and limit it to 2. And obviously around the old town. And obviously when I do the city bus, sightseeing bus, I'll obviously do videos for that as well. And and of course on my trips out. So if I can get up to the fort at Kotor, then yes, I'll do plenty of video footage up there. The weather's looking good for next week. I will check it again, but it is looking good for next week. 24 degrees it's going up to next weekend apparently over there. So it's looking promising. And Mostar, I'm obviously going to go to the Kravich waterfalls. I'm obviously going to do the bridge at Mostar. And I'm going to climb that minaret of that mosque. And I'm going to go and have lunch at that restaurant I went to back in April that is near that mosque. Because I do love hearing the Adhan, the Muezzin's call to prayer, which I videoed on my last series in Dubrovnik. So I'll end up videoing that again. So I'm determined to hear that, and I'm sure I will. So I'll go to that restaurant again because it was reasonably priced. It was nice food. I had a nice pint of Croatian beer there because they serve a Jusko in Bosnia, and Kolovako, which is the other Croatian beer. So funny how it's named after me. And obviously at Kravich Waterfalls I'll do lots of videoing as well and photographs. And obviously when I go to Korčula and Ston I'll do the city walls there and get the discount with the pass. And obviously there's the winery at Bezek. So the owners there are going to be saying, oh, he's come again. And the same when I go to the Alafiti Islands, I'll do lots of video footage on the ship, including for the sunset cruise as well. So that's all to come in the next several days. So this video is just to basically explain that I'm going to limit my videoing on the city walls, on the fort and on Lokrum Island. Everywhere else will be videoed on more than one occasion. Obviously in the cave bar, again I'll do video footage over there a couple of times. And obviously I'll do a walk around the path to get to the cave bar as well. So it is pleasant walk round there in the evening. And I'm obviously going to nip down to the Commodore to say hello to Ivanka. So Ivanka, if you're watching, I'll come and see you down at the Commodore. But obviously it's onwards to Croatia. So stay tuned for more videos in the days ahead. But I'll obviously create another playlist for the Dubrovnik series and do a video prior to going. Before I leave here, obviously. But I'll do one when I finish work as well next week. Just to basically say, well, the series is coming up now. So I hope you stay tuned. So thank you for watching this video. So it's at Carl Smith to subscribe, at Carl Smith 25 to subscribe, I should say. Carl Smith Loves Travelling and Sightseeing is the name of the channel. So just click the subscribe button and the bell so you get a notification when I upload new videos. And I'm sure you'll look forward to the series coming up very soon. So thank you for watching and good evening.